The Death Cure is a 2011 young adult dystopian science fiction novel by James Dashner and the third book in the Maze Runner Trilogy. It was first published in hardback on October 11, 2011 through Delacorte Press and was preceded by the Maze Runner and the Scorch trials and followed by the series prequel, The Kill Order in 2012. Synopsis: after the events of the Scorch trials, protagonist Thomas is held in solitary confinement, but is eventually released. He, along with some others, soon learns from assistant director Jansen that the claim of a cure for the flare was a lie. However, while many of the people present are immune, not all are, and many in the outside world despise the immune. The Gladders are offered the chance to restore their memories, and it is also revealed that the controlling device in their brains will be removed in the process. This means that Thomas, Teresa, and Ares will no longer be able to communicate telepathically. Most accept the procedure except Thomas, Minu, and Newt, who are later forced into the process but escape with the help of Brenda. It is revealed that Newt is not immune to the flare. After narrowly escaping an attack, the group flies to Denver, with Jorge as the pilot, in the hopes of meeting a former wicked neurologist, Hans. In Denver, their comrade Gally tells them about an anti-wicked organization, called the Right Arm. They find Hans, and Wicked attempts to control Thomas to kill him, but Brenda and Minu stop him, and Hans frees Thomas from control. Later, Thomas discovers that Newt has been taken to a crank sanctuary, and Newt refuses to return. Thomas and his group are caught in a crank riot but escape, and Thomas reads Newt's letter, in which Newt begs Thomas to euthanize him. Thomas and the others are captured by bounty hunters, but convince their kidnappers to take them to the headquarters of the Right Arm, where they meet Vince, the group's leader. Plans are made to infiltrate Wicked headquarters. Thomas has previously been invited back to participate in the third phase of the trials, so he agrees to plant the device allowing the Right Arm into the building. While driving to the building, Thomas kills Newt. Thomas plants the device, but is told by Jansen that he is the final candidate, whose brain shall be removed to defeat the flare. Thomas later discovers that Jansen is suffering from the flare and is eager for Thomas' operation to save himself. Just before the operation, Thomas, and hundreds of other immunes, is saved by Chancellor Ava Page, Wicked's leader, who plans to have immune people replenish civilization. He is then transported to an undisclosed location. In the Maze Runner files, published later, the flare was released by the PCC, an organization of the surviving world governments to handle population control. And Wicked created to compensate for the flare. Reception: critical reception for The Death Cure was mixed to be positive. Common Sense Media gave the book 3 stars, commenting that the book's oppressiveness kept it from being more memorable than they wanted it to be. The Deseret News also commented on the book's bleak nature, but praised it as being both conclusive and satisfying. The Hornbook Guide and Kirkus Reviews both gave positive reviews, with the Hornbook Guide opining that the book's conclusion was thought-provoking. Film adaptation: The Death Cure currently has no announced release date but may be expected to come out in 2016. A film will most likely be titled The Maze Runner Chapter 3, The Death Cure. References